Alright, chocolate something. Getting my hair ready tomorrow. Alright. Uh, mm. Alright, I'm here to talk about a video, and the video is about what happened in Waco, Texas. I live in Houston, so it's like a couple, like a lot of miles away. And we want to talk about there was a biker gang. What happened? It was on Sunday morning. Nobody go to church today. Okay, they went to the different bikers came to some place called a Twin Peaks restaurant, and what happened was at the Twin Peaks restaurant they got into a fight, a brawl, a fist fight, and it became a knife fight. Then they started throwing guns, and the police had to come there. The bikers were acting thug and ghetto and trade up head, trade trash, you know what I'm saying? They had the banditos there, and I know they kind of like racist because on gang, I say Greenland, gangland, they had the banditos, and they were mentioning no black person cannot be enjoying. All they have some Hispanic members, and most Hispanics are Afro mestizo. Kudos from Mexico, so you can do a DNA test or you know what I'm saying. I'm a multiracial person, so I'm gonna mention that. Okay, so they show no Hispanic, but we know banditos and very racial mixed stuff. They got kind of black for that, and so yeah, so then you check this Afro mestizos so in that group, but they was fighting in there, and it was mostly white people. They was fighting. News me, I saw it on clips. I mean, at first I was like, dang, I was doing a news report, but everybody's doing news reports. I'm going to catch on it, and I found out 9 people was killed, and 200 was how many people was arrested? Well, a lot of them got arrested, even though the gang members were showing off their colors and stuff. Um, you know, and this is adults. These are not no children. These are not no teenagers. These are grown ass men, okay? Old enough to by my age, old enough to be my doggone daddy or maybe grandpa, who are biker gangs. I don't know the Hell Angels there. They have Hell's Angels. They're biker gang too. Um, I remember back in '94, we had a biker gang. You can talk about religion, but a former biker gang member who was older, tattoos and stuff, and he was a born again Protestant Christian. So and he was telling everybody to go to church. That he was gonna do his preaching there, but he was telling people not to join the gang. And one thing, it was very educational to me to know about this because when people talk about gangs, I know skinheads are gangs too, but you mostly talk about black and Hispanic and sometimes Asian gangs. They do have Asian gangs. Remember, I met people who are Asian who was in gangs too, but back in the '90s. But I met people who are gangs. I have mostly contact with both African American, Hispanic, and that's what the media mostly show. You see me in society. You see American me. You see blood in, blood out. You see New Jack City. You see colors. You see what other game members they have? Game member movies. You see Boys in the Hood. Um, what's the other Miss Society? Some other a lot of them gangster movies. Okay, I mean Vida Loca, which is Me My Crazy Life. Then and later on you see games like the Empire. You know what I'm saying? The drug cartel type. Because John Leguizamo as a comedian, he's Colombian, Puerto Rican. He played a gang member. Actually, a drug dealer who, I mean, he killed Fat Joe. That dog. I mean, I know Fat Joe was, you know what I'm saying? I like that movie, by the way. But that's what you mostly see. You hear about um the Bloods, the Cribs, Sureños, Aztecas. You hear about Latin Kings. You hear about Vice Lords, the Black Vice Lords, the Latin Vice Lords. What's the other one down in Chicago besides the Vice Lords, Latin Kings, um, Black Vice Lord, Black Gang Disciples, Latin Gang Disciples. You hear all these gangs. And then two, when you look at gangland, you mostly see what? Hispanic and African Americans, okay? And they have Asian gangs too, like the ones in California. They also have some Asian gangs here in Texas too. But they mostly show black and brown gang members from the East Coast to the West Coast. The You hear about Las Zetas, that's mostly in Mexico. And what's the one from Puerto Rico? I forgot. They're very strong, extreme too. But I thought it was from Puerto Rico, and they members here in the United States as well. So I forgot. No, so that's in Mexico. But sometimes another. It's a La I guess for Aura. I said, wait a minute. Hear about those gang members. And that's what you see. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw this when I was 14 years old, and we had remember everybody was trying to be a gangster. When they had Snoop Dogg and Dogg, he was Snoop Dogg at the time. He's Snoop Dogg now, Snoop Lion. And you had Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, Thug Life, all that. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And you saw mostly black and Hispanic girls and boys becoming gang members, and white folks who hang with them try to become gang members. Okay, so that's you saw mostly saw. Okay, the music started gangster rap and all that. So when I saw this white man who was old enough to be gonna be my daddy, okay, who came to my middle school and my most Hispanic school, he was talking about, he became, because I'm not a Protestant, but, he became in a Protestant, born again Protestant Christian, okay, evangelical. And he not preached because he can't preach on campus, but he talked about that he used to be a Hells Angels in California. And I was like, well, why do you use the word? I was 14, so why do you use the bad word Hells? You know what I'm saying? But I actually found out that was a real gang called Hells Angels. My question is, why would y'all call yourself Hell's Angels? That's like devils. The only angels in hell is what? Demons, okay? But they joined, and he talked about how he been locked up and he was on drugs and stuff. And so this was educational to me because it let me because everybody always paint a picture, and of course I seen Banging Little Rock on HBO where they had the white gang members and black gang members, okay, and and then it was integrated. The game, the Bloods of Chris was integrated down in Little Rock, and just to let everybody know how Little Rock, a little country, major little city in Arkansas got gangs, because a lot of the folks who were from Gangster Disciples, Bloods and Crips, their families in Little Rock, they went to Los Angeles, they went to Chicago. When they went to the West Coast in Chicago, when they gang members, especially if they're running from the law or they, want to recruit, they'll go to like a missionary. You know what I'm saying? They'll convert members exactly. So when we watching Blood and Blood out, Meatloaf say he was going to do that Billy Graham thing. He was for people join his gang. Go to other, when he get out of jail, he's going to go to other cities to recruit members. So that's exactly what they did. They went to Little York, Arkansas. Remember their families went to L.A. thinking trying to get the American dream. They somehow didn't get it, got the illegal way. You know what I'm saying? So when they got locked up or when they was running from law or whatever the case, visiting family members, they convert their cousins, they convert their friends. That's how it goes. So that's how Little Rock all had as a gang. Because remember, Little Rock is far away from California. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, but the influence. Just for example, I'm from Houston. You know, and I didn't join no gang, okay, but I said when I was in El Paso, I joined the gang, okay. I said, you know what? When I come back to Houston, I'm gonna go call my homies I used to bang with. Go ahead and speak the language. I used to hang with, gang bang. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna recruit my homies so we can have alliance. Not alliance. We can have some power in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Bring more drugs here. You know what I'm saying? That's how they talk. You know what I'm saying? Go sell. You know what I'm saying? If anybody mess with us, if I have problems, I can always come back to Houston if I go back to Los Angeles to El Paso. That's the mentality they have. So, not to get out there, but the point is, at first, I know there's white gang members, but we always show, once again, black and brown gang members. And it's sad, no matter the brown person, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whatever, okay? And so when I saw this white man, it educated me like, dang, these are older white men. And I used to be scared of those. But I heard of biker gangs, but when you think of gang members, they didn't show black gangs. They show what? They show black and brown gangs in the ghetto, the barrio, the hood, whatever you want to call it about. Okay, so this educated me at 14 years old in 8th grade. And that's why I realized I used to be scared kind of bikers. I remember seeing, rock videos where bikers were fighting, all that stuff. But I never thought it would be, if I saw somebody with biker gear. I'm not saying everybody with biker gear is a gang member of a Hells Angels or Banditos or one of them gang member of gangs. But I'm just saying, it brings it here. So I never forget when I was in El Paso, and I needed harassed by the biker gang. Actually, by me being a model, I was a model of law production, and I actually did some, and I'm sure there was some biker gangs at the dog complex. Harley Davidson had a fashion show. I did 2 fashion shows for the bikers in El Paso, back 2006. I did was in the fall? Yes, in the fall. Then we did a biker. What's that? Because I was going to job corps. So I was a job corps college student, meaning that I finished my vocation, but I was going to college in El Paso, college where I live at Job Corps property in El Paso, Texas. So across the street from it's the Harley Davidson, the biggest Harley Davidson store of the United States. So when we were doing a Christmas party, it was before Thanksgiving. We had a Christmas party. It was at Thanksgiving. We had a Christmas party for the Harley Davidson, and there was bikers there. And I didn't get harassed. But I'll never forget when I was going somewhere in El Paso, and there's a club, if anybody knows, on Lita Trevino, a little bar, and on Lita Trevino before you get to I-10, because, it's Pelicano, it's Lita Trevino, and it's, Longman, it's Job Corps, okay? So I saw some bikers, so someone just told me, Zach, go, okay? None of them bought me, a bunch of them, and so that comes to my head. So I'm not trying to stereotype bikers. You know what I'm saying? I like the biker gear shirt, for example. I do. I mean, especially if I had modeled their clothes, I don't mind wearing them, especially if I do get a motorcycle in the future. But that's and on time. One thing I don't like drunk people. When I was doing the fashion show for them for Christmas before we started, it was for a sober person with this man. It was an older man, like he wanted to fight me. Some young Hispanic dude, and he was at the party. And trust me, I'm from Houston. I mean, El Paso, they do have gang members there, but Houston is a more bigger city. You know what I'm saying? So we don't take that BS, okay? Don't want to curse in here. You know what I'm saying? And I say in Spanish too. No to this shit in Spanish. In English is muera. Muera in Spanish. Okay, okay. So I wasn't accepting drink because I'm on medication and I live at Job Corps. So what happened was when I was about to do my fashion show, some Hispanic was drunk. If his friend was not with him, I'm sorry, we would have fought. Okay, I'm not gonna let you try to fight me for some stupid pictures. Saying he was, so that only incident I almost had was, maybe he had like a bike, he had like a regular person with short cut hair and everything, but he was at the party drunk, and so his friend was escorting him out to be, out of the building. Trust me, I would have started throwing some tables, chairs. I'm sorry, like I said, I told one of my friends, he lucky I don't have a gun. Because if I had license to carry a concealed weapon, I would have shot him. I'm serious. I'm sorry. It is no threat. It's constitutional right, Second Amendment, and also being in the Texas ground law. Hey, if George Zimmerman lied and said about Trayvon Martin, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I felt threatened. I'm gonna use a gun. So, but I ain't have no gun because I live in a job corps. Can't have firearm job corps. But anyway, point is, so in Waco, Texas, what happened was there was a bunch of these biker gangs. They fought, and I noticed it, which is a lot of people are saying, no one used the word thug. So I'm gonna use the word thug. These biker gang members, grown as hell, veteran gang members, OGs. Okay, they happen mostly be white. They maybe have some Latino in this because banditos, they're mostly white, but they have some Latino in their group. And they can't have no proper black person. All the DNA testing be taken when it comes to Latinos. Anyway, party. Yeah, Rose Perez, where are you? Okay. It's all about, you want to talk about the men, Hispanic have black blood, and don't want to meet it. Okay. Point is that they fought, and it was children and couples there, and they felt threatened. And Waco, Texas, is a little quiet country town. But these bikers, these OG gangsters did not care. Okay? They were banging, they were gang banging that Sunday morning. I tried my best not to sing on Sunday morning, though I've done read some video. But dog, I mean, at least, have a conscience to know, y'all, it's supposed to be coming from church, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. So, these are mostly white folks, right? They was shooting, okay? The white happen to be thugs, and I'm mixed with white, so I ain't being anti-white, so I'm going there. I'm mixed with white and Native American besides black, okay? They had, fighting and stuff, and shoot. It is SWAT team. Ain't no one broke their spines. Of course, the what's called police had to come in with guns, But why my question is why since these folks was flagging their gang signs and stuff and their colors and stuff like they're from the hood or the barrio, should I say, these white biker gang members, mostly white, should I say, why none of y'all didn't arrest these folks? Okay, there's affiliated with the gang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you, I mean, it should be a law. If there's some gang stuff going on, rival gang going on, and you happen to be at the presence, guilty by association, you have a right to be put behind bars. You know something about the game, and one thing I found out as strange was that the Twin Peaks restaurant owner or manager did not want to be part of it. He didn't want to snitch. So I guess you're trying to learn, which is true. Hold on. I learned from a white woman. She told me a biker gang, don't say their name, in the east side of Houston, you better not snitch. If you snitch on them, they'll come after you. Okay? Now, this is a white woman told me this. Okay? When I used to work at McDonald's a long time ago, she told me them gang members, one time she saw something, she acted like she didn't see nothing because she was afraid that there's the gang members, the black gang members. I know, you know, pan, sagging, cholo, thugging, well, it's just, stereotypical black or Hispanic gang members. These some white thugging gang members, okay? And if you snitch on them, they'll come after you. And my question is, was y'all serving alcohol that cinema? Because I know in Texas, we cannot serve alcohol on Sunday mornings at 12 o'clock. I know this because I still got some champagne. I haven't drank since 2000. I ain't gonna go ahead. Anyway, I'm not supposed to come on medication. But when I was, I go ahead and confess because I don't have that doctor no more. I have a new doctor. Back in 2012, okay, since I had my apartment and stuff, I went to CVS, and CVS had the DVD players in my room I haven't used in a long time. I haven't used it all because I don't know how to hook it up. And then they had, what they had? Lord have mercy. They had some other stuff. Anyway, they had a champagne bottle. So I said, if I don't go to a club, I'm gonna drink some champagne. And so when I went to CVS in Midtown, coming from the bus with my basket and stuff, and the man had said, "Sir, we can't. Did you serve alcohol?" I said, "What?" I said, "No, I'm not a normal drinker. What do you mean?" He said, "Yes, by law, we cannot serve alcohol. We cannot buy alcohol to 12 o'clock." And I was shocked because I worked at a convenience store where they bought alcohol, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it was Stripes. I'll go ahead and say, okay, former worker from Stripes. If I talk about the dark-skinned girl, the dark-skinned woman that was showing his more uh, facing towards Hispanic, remember there was mistreating me and Scotty and Obama over there? Okay, yeah. That was said Stripes. She got fired there, too. Anyway, about it, I quit there before she got fired. She got fired me. Anyway, point is, I saw people buying beer, you know what I'm saying? It was at 10 to 11 o'clock. So by law, you're supposed to give people alcohol at 12 p.m. on a Sunday. So that's what I'm saying. So this is a Sunday morning where all these bikers come together. I mean, no one didn't go to church or mass or anything, you know what I'm saying? I mean, therefore, you know what I'm saying, why nobody didn't go, what I'm saying, or they go in the evening too, like my church. I mean, I go to mass in the evening. I don't hardly go in the morning. If I feel like it, I do, but I'm not a morning person. But my person is nobody go to church or nothing on the Sun. Well, where these people, you know what I'm saying? Come on, they be savages. Come on, Sunday morning. I mean, you have folks eating who don't go to church. You have folks who do go to church, especially in the country town. They're very religious. So, they will go to church, but not do what it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? They just see how racism and all that stuff going on, in the city, in a little town. But you have, they coming from church. They have their families with them. They have their pastor, their priest, whatever. They have somebody over there with them. Why in the world you have this fighting going on? This is some ghetto HSIT. Okay, it is. It is some ghetto stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's some trash ghetto stuff. You think, people who are racist will think that mostly black and Hispanic people, especially if they are in gangs, they thugging, they cholo, all the other stuff, will cause this mess no, this is mostly white people. And everybody said mostly because, like I said, they use the word because the banditos in there. And by watching Gangland, banditos are racially mixed. They don't have black hosts. They don't let black people in there, but they have Hispanic and white, and Hispanics are mixed. So Point is, they said they need to do a DNA test because they had Afro mestizos in Mexico. Hello. Um, Point is, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have, I mean, I'm sorry if I couldn't have a game like that. Okay, I don't like certain people, but these people are partially something else, even if they don't look like it. You know what I'm saying? By the history of their country, where they're descended from, they had brown, well, excuse me, they had red, which is the American, white, which is Spaniard, and they had black folks mixing together. So what the heck you don't expect? You don't expect to not know that you're being a hypocrite. You need to do a DNA test and do some genetic research on all them Latino folks in your gang. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't make no sense. You don't claim to be black, don't want to be, don't want to admit it. Like those praise talk on the view. Don't want to rock in their yard about the situation right in their yard calling Michelle Obama playing the apes. Well, it was pretty said a lot of Latino, which is true. Those who don't look black, especially if they come here in this country and be Americanized. The immigrants sometimes don't know about it, so depending on where you're from. But the immigrants, someone from Mexico, who from Veracruz, will let you know they got black folks in them, and they'll let you know they got black in them. Trust me, many Veracruz, what they call jarochos, will tell you that. Well, with those from Oaxaca and Guerrero, which is closer to the blackest part of Mexico, they call it because the people mostly look African there. Um, they will tell you that too. And Mexican American people who are not ashamed to admit that in their roots or their history and their country. But those who don't want nobody to lie, they say they don't have Spanish Indian, the American, you know what I'm saying? They will join this type of group if they hate black people, but they don't want nobody to know they have black in them. The poacher mentality, I call it. So that's why I say mostly white at this, fight, because when they have Medias are basically mixed with no black in them. No black visible black American people. Trying to say, I don't know about Hispanics, it's very different. And most Hispanics here in Texas are Mexican. You do have other Hispanics. You have Puerto Ricans, you have Cubans, you have Dominicans, you have all these other Hispanic people there. And most Hispanic, man, come in all different shades of colors, okay? Because they're actually mixed people. You know what I'm saying? So, point is, that's why I bring that up. Because it's very hypocrisy. How can you say you hate another group? Like, for example, I'm mixed with white, besides black and the American. I can't hate the white people, even though there was somebody that raped my ancestor. I still have their DNA in them. When I look in the mirror, I don't see a camera skin. When I say camera skin, brother, camera skin comes from a mixture of black and the American white. I cannot sit there and say, even if I was dark skinned and still had white DNA, dark brown skin, like the Western night color, and still had white DNA, I still cannot hate because that's part of who I am. So it's hypocrisy for these folks who in this group to hate black people, but they got in them even though they don't want to admit it. Okay, and I'm sorry, I keep pointing at it like Zara Zimmerman. I keep bringing on his Afro Peruvian great grandfather because it is hypocrisy to hate somebody because they don't look like you, but you a mixture of that. Get my point? It means it don't make no sense. So I mean, it's stupid. Just like we mix with the American and Mexicans are also, besides African and Spaniard, they mix with the American too. So why would we hate each other? We both, you know what I'm saying? And so I can't hate the American people. The American people are the first people here before a white and a black person got here. Okay, so the point is not to be a racial issue. It's just that when they said banditos, I mean, some told me it was there. And I said, I can't say all white. It had to be because racial mix as integrated in a group, except for black folks, like visible black folks or black American with no Hispanic heritage, cannot join this group. Okay, my point is that this, they call us fault, and the one the news media is right. I mean, it's right. The people who criticize the media are right about this. They mention thug, they mention none of this other stuff. And they shouldn't, because these folks were in thugs. And there's mostly white people was involved, maybe a little brown mixed up in there too. But and mostly, like I say, and these biker gangs are very different from those in the street gangs, okay? So anytime you hear about a black person, or it's mostly Hispanic, or black person, mostly black or mostly Hispanic gangs fighting and stuff, of course they'll put it all over the news, but since it's mostly white, it kind of brush it off a little bit, okay? And we can't brush it off because the same hypocrisy, besides them, when they start fighting, the cops got there. Why did the cops start shooting at them? Every time, remember, they shot a lot of black and brown men and other men of color and women of color as well. But when it comes to white people, they hesitant to shoot them. That's hypocrisy. Also, I found out this too. that I saw, people say they did not see it, but I guess because I live in Texas, of course any part of Texas, any news part of Texas does come to Houston, so I saw it as well about the bike gangs, but as I'm saying, the same thing, the same gang mentality, the ghetto, you know, uh, ghetto, barrio poro, pobre, barrio pobre, being poor neighborhood mentality comes from is that the white gang members do the same thing too. They don't snitch and code, you know what I'm saying? I bet they was a bit of the reason why besides uh man choose not to be snitch. I bet he's feared for his life. The man, I'm not trying to cover his, but remember, these biker gangs act just like gang members who ride a car and drive by and all that other stuff. The biker gang gets. And when the white guy was telling us about he was in a biker gang called Hells Angels, at first, I thought this gang, and then every time as a little child refer to gang, we talk about those who carry guns and they drug deal. My gangs there too, but they're talking about those street and mostly is black and brown gang members. But in white gang members, they don't hardly talk about this because we saw, of course, when you watch rock and roll videos, or heavy metal videos, they'll show bar fights and all that stuff. But no one ever called them gang members. Like, oh, they will terrorize the community. It's so funny if a white biker gang was to walk across the street, the cops would not harass him. But a black person or Hispanic person, or both, should I say, walk across the street with their pants sagging, wearing a red bandana, blue bandana, thug clothing, cholo clothing, okay, they'll get harassed by the cops. So that's why it's very hypocrisy. So like I said, I'm glad that people are speaking out saying they didn't call them thugs. They should call them thugs. These mostly the white gang members and maybe there's some some Hispanic people was in there. These are gang members. So just because they're mostly white, they was fighting, killing, and shooting and stuff and stabbing folks. That's thug mentality. That's savage mentality. And why they fighting on a Sunday doggone morning? I don't get that. I mean, that's that's a day. Of the Sabbath. Well, folks would debate, but debate that. Let me go to the theological before somebody come on my doggone page trying to debate with that. Yes, the Jewish. Yes, it was the Jews had Sabbath on a Saturday, but when Christ had on died on Friday and then Easter, which is Sunday, he rose. That's why Christians go to church on Sunday, because he rose on a Sunday. Okay, that's why. The church had authority. The keys to heaven had authority to make the decision. Okay, so that's why even though if they're not Catholic, other Protestant churches do the same thing except for Seventh-day Adventists. So and we actually and if you can't talk about the Catholic, don't go to church on Sunday. If I don't want to go to church on Sunday morning, I can go to church on Saturday evening. I can go Saturday in the morning. It'll be in the evening after 5 o'clock. So and if they'll make up for it, that Sunday to go to church. So, like for example, I won't be going to church this Saturday because I didn't get a chance because I didn't know the basket changed. But I went to a certain church different on Saturday. I didn't get a chance to go, but I was on my way over there and found out that they didn't have much of that. Anyway, but on this Saturday coming up, the Neo and Frankie J concerts coming up in Houston, Texas here, and it's gonna be at the PBVA, which is Soccer Game Stadium. So the metro system is open there. They have another rail system on Harrisburg. So there is a free concert. I'm going. Okay, and I like music of Neo and Frank and Jay. I like their music. But the point is, I can go instead of going. And if I want to go in the morning, I can find another kind of church that goes and have even mass on Sunday. So it works. It works a good schedule for those, and so there's no excuse unless I'm sick or something. But so so you gotta stop thinking, But the point is that people mostly go to church on Sunday, and in the folks in the Sunday morning, if they go to church early, depending on their schedule, like for us, it's 45 minutes to an hour. Other churches have 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. I'm sure I'm making surprises, so I know. So point is, they could be coming from church and eating with their family. Why y'all sitting here fighting? And why would the Twin Peaks, whatever it's called, will have this biker thing on? I mean, I don't mean to sound very conservative. I'm very liberal. It's just that I can understand a biker situation here on in Houston where it's more secular, should I say? But um, the small towns, those small towns are very conservative. And I wouldn't. I'm sorry. It's just I wouldn't have a brawl. Whatever I have a problem with. Um. Oh, actually, let me. In these brawl, I was looking at here. The bike gang was founded in the '60s. Yeah. Well, of course, in the hippies and all that other stuff going on. But I was reading it, and I did see some Hispanic folks in here. Guess what? I'm on seeing it right now. It's mostly white, but it's Hispanic guys in this group. Didn't I just say that there was some Hispanic people at this? Okay, so that's why I said it's mostly white, and I know they're gonna charge the Hispanic folks more than the blue white folks. Right? They're gonna release the Hispanic ones there, but it's 170 people have been arrested in the mud shots. I'm putting it on the link right here. In Twin Peaks restaurant, this was called. But people are criticizing the man for not not releasing any information. But the reason why that he's doing it is because he does not want to, if you know what I'm saying, the same thing like in the hood, in the barrio, there's a bunch of gang members there, black and brown, okay, in a white neighborhood, if we got gang members were the snitch code, you better not snitch. That's how it go. You better pray to God if you're gonna snitch. That's all I say. Cause I snitch if something happen to me, okay? Or I will admit that something happened to somebody I witnesses, I will do something, I'm sorry, because if someone was harming me, I want somebody to be on my side. You know what I'm saying? Do unto us you want to be done to you. But at the same time, I wouldn't sit here and that's why a lot of folks you give me the more y'all don't want to snitch on people, the more we have a bunch of savages, whether they white or black, Hispanic, Asian, run around. They might get your kids, they might get your grandma or whatever, not for snitching, but they want to do some savage crime activity against your family or against your friend, against you. So the non-snitch law is got me non-snitch not laws. Non-snitch attitude in these communities need to stop. If you don't want to be snitched on, don't do the crime. It's point blank. For example, OT Genesis, who was Afro Latino, his friend from Belize. Yeah, I found out. I knew he was Latino. I'm in love with the coco. Okay, he said, if you snitch, I go loco. Get you with the ocho, the 38. I mean, the ocho means 38 in Spanish. Okay. Well, you would not have to worry about going loco and getting 38 or 30 ocho, try to say, to kill somebody because if you were not selling dope, Mr. OT Genesis, you would have to not worry about that. Right. Y'all, it's like y'all want to get by with crime. And I'm sorry, nobody's not going to let you get by with crime unless you're a rich white person. You know what I'm saying? Like the C C no S E S S C S C S C Johnson the third. One of Johnson Company's the billionaire had molested his stepdaughter. He would not be on a sex offender list. This is sick. Okay, he should be on a sex offender list. I don't know. He had to do 4 months in jail. That's what? Because he got money. Because he white and got in a billionaire. These white folks here, there's a bank game, they don't got that much money, they got money and somehow maybe drugged it or whatever, but it's not compared to S.C. Johnson the third, okay? Because they wouldn't be coming out there dressed up all. I mean, if you're rich, you ain't gonna show. I mean, you gonna show it, but you ain't gonna come out with no bikes and stuff. You gonna come out looking all, you know, GQ and stuff, right? Okay. And these bikers do not look GQ. Anyway, but let me go ahead and go to the story. They said it was unbiased gang violence show, as they say, and they got their mug shot. The bikers mistakenly released, what? For, no, 50,000, 50,000 dollar bill. $50,000 bill, and they said, and how many members was this? And they must. I'm put the link on here. Um, and it was mostly white with a few Hispanic. I just told you it was mostly white with a few Hispanic. Um, and like I said, These are men by my age and to my dad age and probably my grandpa age. What what else they can do in their life? It is Twin Peaks restaurant in Waco, Texas. I mean, remember not too long. I mean, not long ago. No, again, Waco, Texas, with David Koresh, the cult member thought he was Jesus. And, was having his cult down there in Waco, Texas. Waco is crazy. Oh, it is crazy down in Waco. Okay, I'll put the link down there, and I'm gonna let you know. It was a turf war. Okay, let me see. Cossacks, by motorcycle gang. Excuse me. Cossack, Cossacks, Cossacks, motorcycle gang were in 10. Okay, then Banditos had arrived. I told you, Banditos. Okay, they came in. All right. Oh Lord. History of. Okay, they're always okay. Cossacks and Banditos call Texas their home. Banditos have the biggest and most dominant, such as while they allow other motorcycle clubs to exist, they are not to wear the state bottom rocker. Okay, that's what Falco say. Falco's was one of the police officers. Okay, okay, from Kansas City. Okay, and if they do, they will face the onslaught of the Banditos. Oh Jesus. Okay. Mm. It's all you're a gang. You're organized crime already. Um, One of the gang members from the Banditos, who ranking Banditos, and Jimmy Craze, he said that we're not like that. He said the sixties are long gone. Well, sure, it was 2015. I mean, I still fighting, and um, it's kind of crazy, and they still fighting. The Cossacks and Banditos. I mean, come on, y'all are grown men. I mean, I understand back when I was coming up in the 90s, yeah, us young people, and like I say, I'll admit, when I want to join a gang, was for protection because I was getting bullied. I snitched to the police, I snitched to the teachers at school, and hardly if some stuff happens and didn't. And I also want to make sure if I did snitch, I got some God forbid some replication happened to me or somebody, my friend, whatever. If I had gang members, if I was a gang member from the other side of town, I would have somebody get something. Yeah, so I mean, I never had that happen, but that was running through my head a lot. Like I said, I'm not for gang violence, but if the police won't do their own job, start eating I said pancakes, eating donuts and stuff, and get out their asses and do their work, so we can be safe in society. We wouldn't have nobody doing that. Okay, but what's the purpose of making a buyer gang? I don't get it. I mean, these is little kid teenage shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are grown men. Man up. Try to do something positive in your life. Stop being the trailer trash. Okay? Please. And it's sickening to me that grown ass men will fight over some stupid shit as somebody wearing a Texas rocker bottom jacket, whatever it is. It don't make no sense. Y'all are grown ass men. Man up. Stop trying to be a thug. Okay? That goes back to those in the hood, in the barrio. Stop trying to be a thug in a cholo gangster. Y'all are grown ass men. I can see teenagers back when I was growing up in the 90s doing this shit. But as grown ass men, man up. Please get rid of gangsta life. Worry about your kids. Worry about you. Worry about your future. I mean, that's it. Thank God I never, my cousins don't say thank God. But I'm still thanking for not me going to become a gang member because it messed up my life up. Okay, I don't want to be in jail. I don't want to be in a record messed up. It has a minority. I don't look white. I do have white DNA, but I don't as a minority. I can get no job worse if I have record. Okay. Point is, I'm glad I never became a gang member. Okay, but there was temptation in my head, and cops were watching this doggone video. Do your job. Stop eating donuts. Stop making excuses. Investigate these games. okay, both from the biker gang and the street gangs, and the prisons too. We need to stop this crap. We're trying to live in a peaceful society where everybody can get along. If you don't like that person, don't fool with them. Don't associate with them. Don't even talk to them. And y'all worry about some rock or bottle, whatever. I mean, come on. Y'all are grown ass men. That shit needs to stop. And it goes the same thing I go for the black gang members to those in the hood, the ghetto, in the barrio. Stop it. You got kids, you got all that stuff. Don't you want your kids not to be out there doing that shit? I know you got gang members who have children like the mafia. You have gang members who try to have their kids join gangs. But many gang members, like I said on Song Gangland, y'all don't want your kids to follow the same direction you're going to. Okay, can you leave an example? I'd be damned to find my kids being a gang members. I let them know first off before even thought about. I let them go to dead people, go to people who been shot at, drugs, so they can get them, so they can scare their ass. Even if they even scare straight at they're 10, 11 years old, so they think about, you know, I want to be in jail with these folks, these animals. Okay, I watched Scare Straight last night. And I said, "There's no way in the world." I said, "I'm glad I almost went to jail for some, almost went to jail, almost, okay." And I'm thank God I didn't go. I said I had to get my life, you know what I'm saying? When I went on game, when they said somebody was trying to fight me, and I'm bipolar, so when they tried to fight me, I did threaten them, and I just told the person that if they do something to me, I was gonna do to them, which was a terrorist death. Did not know about terror. I thought terrorist death was some about what happened September 11th stuff. But when they told me, I said, well, all I was doing was trying to let them know leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And then the person was bothering me. So they told me, we're not going to let you, but next time don't talk to this person, blah, blah, this and that. So that's to let you know. That's to let you know. I'm glad I never went there. I'm 35 years old. I don't even almost be 36 this year. I don't want to be in the jail cell. And y'all waste your life fighting for something so little about the other gang wearing a rock or, man, come on. Y'all grown ass men. Man up and grow up from this shit. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Killing 9 people over something so little. There's other things in the world besides being an OG. You see why the little kids and these youngsters out here being thugs, whether they white or black, Hispanic, or mixed, Asian, whatever. If they children, if they parents like this, like these dudes here fighting, you can't throw. I mean, just like those in the hood. If you see your their parents thugging and all that stuff, and smoking weed from their kids, you can't get upset about that. What's saying these children from these bikers are acting the same doggone way. You can't get upset. Yeah, said the parents. You know what I'm saying? One thing the media always try to throw is that single parent household. Yeah, that's part of the problem. Or they got drugs, or there's prostitution, all that stuff. But sometimes their parents are involved in the same thing that their children is doing, and they always keep that a secret. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the child end up being just exactly like how their parents, and 10 times worse. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. What do you think about this, y'all? And you think that these biker men need to grow up and stop gang banging? I mean, yes, they're about what, 30, 40 some years old, 50 some years old. Come on now, you grow out of that. I'm glad, even though I'm not a Protestant, I'm glad that the born again Protestant white man that was who was a former Hell's Angel gamer came to our school and he changed his life around. I think he almost died because he was doing his drug overdose. And he was telling us that. He been in jail in one of the jails in San Quentin, one of those jails in California. But he was telling us back in '94, and he warned us about that. Okay, I'm glad that he changed his life around. Okay, so that goes out to any people who former gang members. If you have changed your life around, I know a custom here. Okay, I have to say thank God for that, and God bless y'all for that. Okay, I hope these men would change their life around and stop trying to be thugs and gang members and cholo and ghetto ratchet and trailer well, all that other stuff. Okay, that stuff has got to go. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you want the younger people to change their ways, Us adults need to change our ways too. You get what I'm saying? The reason why they acting the way they act because they see adults do it. And usually if you're a parent, you try to take that child away from those type of adults and watch the television, whatever, okay? I mean, as an aspiring artist, I wanted to have some of these pop singers like those who's child stars like Rihanna, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and more about Selena Gomez, and with Miley Cyrus as well, and then they all of a sudden became wild at they turned 18. Justin Bieber, hello. So, Chris Brown, okay, we throw that in as well. And these teenagers are looking up to these people, and they say, "I want to be just," and they act just like they see or worse. That's the scary part. So that's the whole reason why. Anyway, let me go ahead and close up, make another video, and like I say, I hope to God these, even though I didn't mean to cuss, I mean it was wrong with me, but I'll go ahead and show my good spirit right here. I hope to God these men will change their life over the thing they're doing and get out this gang stuff. Because I mean, it's sad that grown men in their 30s and 40s and maybe 20s as well, but 30s and 40s and 50s and maybe 60s as well, trying to show how tough they are like they was in high school. Because back when I was growing up, that was middle school stuff. That was high school stuff. You know what I'm saying? And when you get older, you worry about your future. You look at this, you waste your time doing so much stuff when other people are living better than you are. Your friends that there wasn't in there or they changed life around, they're living better than you are. You look at yourself, look, I'm still in the same rut I'm in. I gotta get out of there. I gotta do something better. And I gotta go to school. I gotta do something better. I gotta go, go in. I mean, not go in the bad part of the world, the other world, should I say? But I mean, I gotta do something better in my life, and that's exactly these me gotta do. Because I'm sorry, I couldn't live my life always. Yeah, I'm bipolar. As I always tell people, the homicide thoughts comes from the defense mode. It's not that I'm trying to go after killing innocent people. That's wrong. But point is, I'm glad that I didn't, I'm wised up and not trying to go that route. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's exactly these men need to worry about because they got a future ahead of them. They have an afterlife. All of us need to be careful there what we do wrong. So point is, that's something it's a waste of time. Anyway, and it's stupid to be fighting on Sunday morning. Why you gotta me? I'm not the perfect person in the world, but why you gotta not in somebody's church or either whatever? Okay, I mean, it's not like it is. Anyway, bye bye. Have a nice day.